Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Sean Dexter and I welcome you back to the Mango Grove on this beautiful Friday. Man, it's gorgeous outside, and because of that, I decided to take the day off today. Well, after this video, I'll be taking the day off today. It's going to be a little hard for me because every time I tell myself, Sean, you're going to take the day off today. Your job is to do nothing. I actually end up failing miserably, but I'm gonna try today. It's just so nice outside, and hey, Bitcoin has pretty much been going sideways. I don't think this is updated. Let's go ahead and do a quick refresh. Bitcoin's no longer sitting at 6,627. It's back up to 6,800, top of the range. However, we have done something interesting on this 4-hour candle close. I do want to discuss it with you guys, so let's get on over to the charts right away. Is this telling us anything on the dashboard? Has anything switched long? Ooh, BNB BTC has actually switched long. BCH switch long too. Are these going is this it? Is this the beginning of the trend shift to the upside? In fact, Bitcoin might be suggesting that as well. So let's take a better look at this. XTZ as well. No, XTZ unfortunately still shorty. Hey, I should be a poet, okay, or maybe a rapper. Let's go back on over to BTC right over here, and we have done something interesting. Am I fully convinced though? That's left to be answered. So I'm going to break down this chart now. We're going to look at the 4-hour, the daily, the 2-day, the 3-day, the 4-day, the weekly. Okay, we're going to go upwards because the lower time frames, I think, has been shaking a lot of you guys out. You guys have been fixating on the lower time frames, and I think I am in part to blame. In fact, I'm going to take full responsibility for that because I've been looking at the lower time frames far too much recently. But you guys need to understand that the more experience you have with the charts, the more you can look at the lower time frames while keeping in context the higher time frames in the back of your mind, right? If you are new to the charts, you should be looking at the higher time frames because you will get tunnel vision onto the lower time frames and miss the big picture. So we're going to start with the 4-hour, and by no means is the 4-hour a higher time frame, guys. I know some of you think it is. It's not. Okay, so what has happened over here? Well, we have essentially broken this major horizontal that Bitcoin has been smacking against for the past few days. Boom, 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 rejection, rejection, rejection. Finally closed over it. And if you go on over to the lower time frames, I'm not going to switch on over to the lower time frames, you'll see that there is volume on this candle over here to justify it, but there's no 4-hour volume, right? So that's a little suspect. Can we close another 4-hour candle above this? That is going to be confirmation, in my opinion. A retest and a bounce would be even better. So we're looking for a retest of around 6,775-ish, perhaps a little lower, 6,780-ish. But we've closed candle above this, and do we see continuation on over to the upside? Now we can switch on over to the daily, and we'll go back to what we've been looking at for the past few days, which is essentially the daily 21 EMA. And you can see that we've retaken that too, right? Bounce of the Tenkin again, and closed over it. So this to me is actually not a good sign for me as a trader, because I want to see a little bit more conclusive action. So perhaps if you can confirm a candle here today, it will be a bit easier to judge what we're going to do. And if you do close a candle above this 21 EMA, I would put the probability towards us going towards the upside over here to 7,200. Okay, we've closed a daily above the 21 EMA, as well as on the 4-hour we have closed above this major region. And now if you keep the 21 EMA on the 4-hour time frame, you can see that it is kind of highlighting a formation over here, right? And now we can clear everything out and just draw what we might be looking at. This is not conclusive by any means. Okay, look at the high lows, the high lows, the high lows, the high lows. Okay, so this is bullish. We've been putting in low, high low, high low on every drive towards the downside. Even though the bulls over the past few days have not seen follow through on their break attempts, the bears have not seen follow through either, right? We've been talking about this over here too on this candle. I would have liked to see that follow through. I did not get it. Over here, did not get it. So the more, and someone mentioned this, by the way, in the YouTube comments, and he was laughed at, but I think he was, I agreed with him, right? I commented saying, no, I think you are right. The fact that we are not seeing follow through and testing 6,500, 6,600 so many times without breaking that, we may see a test of 6,900 yet again. And there you go. we are seeing that test. And the reason I am giving a shout out to him is more so because of the reply he got. And I'm not trying to put down the person who replied to him, but I don't want us over here at the Mango community to be bear tards or bull tards, right? What was our philosophy when we started this channel? We want to make money tards, okay? That's all. And you don't want to be stuck in that mindset that, hey, I want Bitcoin to go down, I want Bitcoin to go down, because if it doesn't do what you want it to do, it will eventually, because markets don't go straight up, straight down. You will be missing out on that opportunity while Bitcoin is going down, guys. And let's go back on to the daily. And this entire time, there were so many bears all the way to the upside, right? Bitcoin's going to dump. And went down here, they're like, ha, I told you so. Pumped all the way up back to 8,000. Bitcoin's going to dump, Bitcoin, no. This entire time, they're screaming, Bitcoin's going to dump, Bitcoin's going to dump, Bitcoin's going to dump. Dumped. Ha, 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 I told you so. Pumps back up to freaking 14,000. Dumped. Haha, I told you so. But this entire time there was opportunity, right? There was no reason to just don't get stuck in that mindset, because your job is to increase your account size, and more importantly, to put food on your plate and to pay for the roof on top of your head. So yeah, do not get stuck in that perma bull, perma bear. All you want to do is perma make money. So what's going on over here? What we were doing before I started on that rant, we were essentially talking about the daily 21 EMA, right? Let's go ahead and pull it up back on over. We have retaken it, and if we look at the 4 hour, we have also closed over this major horizontal. It looks like we're coming down to test it right now. We may actually even get a test of this 10 SMA within it. So if you guys are looking for long opportunities, that would be a very, very good entry. It's one of my plays. So if we do get that 6,680, it's a buy opportunity. But am I looking for that trade? No, not really. I'm actually looking for higher time frame trades at the moment, especially today. It's my day off. Oh, by the way, I am no longer in my short trade, because I decided this morning that I am going to be taking the day off. And as soon as we even started having behavior like this, I'm not interested anymore. Like, I'm just not interested. I'm just not feeling it anymore. Not until I see a little bit more decisive action. We may break on over to the upside, or we may dump over here. And if we do dump from here, I'm going to miss out on that opportunity. But if we break, like, this is how I'm going to be playing it. Okay, essentially, we have broken this on over to the upside. We have broken on this on over to the upside. There is a measure move to be had if you are looking at this as a ascending triangle right over here. Okay, this horizontal at around 6,781. We've closed the 4 hour above it. We may come and retest it. We have these higher lows as well, right? What's the psychology of what is going on over here, guys? Okay, what is the psychology of what is going on over here? It is telling us that, this is from yesterday's video. Oops. It's telling us the buyers are stepping in higher, quicker and quicker and quicker, right? They're getting eager and eager and eager to buy. The sellers, on the other hand, do not have the same kind of momentum towards the downside. Yes, they are holding price. Yes, they are holding price at this level, but they're selling and selling and selling. But at this point over here, they have shown weakness. They have shown that, hey, they either do not have the sell pressure anymore, or they are not eager, okay? Because you need to understand that while the buyers keep pushing the price and the sellers keep pushing the price against this horizontal, and the sellers keep coming in to sell there, they are losing their ammunition to defend this horizontal over here, right? They're losing their manpower. A good way to think about it, guys, is think about a big fortress that needs to be defended, okay? So let's go ahead and draw a line right over here. Okay, so actually let's use red. Okay, let's use red. Okay, so we have a big fortress right over here that needs to be defended. Okay, big fortress that needs to be defended, and the sellers have their army standing against this wall over here. Okay, the sellers have their armies. Okay, let's not use the word sellers. Okay, let's use the Night's Watch. The Night's Watch are trying to defend this big red wall over here, and then the Night King's army is coming constantly and attacking the wall. Okay, but you as a bystander, remember the analogy that we use in the seed program, guys. What are you? You are a mercenary general. Okay, you're standing and watching from a side. You have no allegiance to anybody. Okay, all you care about is picking the side that has the higher probability of winning. Why? Because you want to protect your soldiers. You want your soldiers to thrive. You don't care about any king or any emperor and how they do. All you care is about you and your army, right? So you're watching and you realize that, okay, cool, the Night's Watch is holding this wall. Okay, they're holding this wall. It's a very, very strong wall, but the Night King's army he isn't holding back as much anymore. Before, he was held over here because perhaps the Night's Watch, their arrows were reaching all the way over here. But now the army is coming in closer and closer. They're inching forward. They're getting more aggressive and they're feeling that confidence. That's what's happening over here, right? That's what's happening. Okay, they're getting in closer and closer. Eventually, when you see this break, where do the probabilities lie now? Once the army actually gets into the wall, once the Night King dragon comes in and burns down that wall with his ice flame or whatever that freaking dragon used, right? Yeah, that is how you need to look at it. Okay, now you're like, okay, I want to join the Night King's army because he's likely going to win this battle. But keep in mind, guys, keep in mind, even with this, it's a probability play, because at any freaking moment, Achilles may show up and wreck the entire army, and you don't want to be going up against Achilles, man. All it takes is one buyer or one seller, one Achilles, to come in and destroy whatever probability you have. So you need to always be dynamic as a trader and watch out for that. Remember, as a mercenary general, your job is to protect your army. So if you're to call the retreat, call the goddamn retreat. Do not lose more money than you need to, okay? And take the easy battles, guys. Take the easy battles. All right, so enough of that. holy man. So you guys kind of got a glimpse of the kind of analogies I get into in the entirety of the seed program. It's all about this fun stuff. If you like this kind of stuff though, right, if some people might be thinking, this guy is an idiot, what the hell is he talking about? But that's how that's as simple as all of this can be, man. That's how simple, because you need to visualize it in a more basic conceptual form, because at the end of the day, it is a battle between bulls and bears. So as you can see, we are seeing that retest that we just talked about. Perhaps we get down to that level that Tennesme and Tenkin right over there. Am I playing it? No. Okay, and let me talk to you guys about why I am not looking for this move towards the upside. While it is a good play, one, it is Friday and I am in a very, very relaxed mood today. I do not want to be worrying about any position. Hey, Bitcoin may go up, and if it does, very well. If it goes down, very well. I will take a short play though. I will take a short play if we confirm candles underneath this 21 EMA Tenkin and Tennesme. I want to see a proper candle close, a convincing candle close. I may take that play on, okay, but I'm not looking for any bull plays. Why? Because I'm already in Bitcoin, right? Like I said, you do not need to be chasing Bitcoin or long leverage plays if you are already in Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going up, you are making money. You are always making money. Remember, if you're trading on Deribit especially, or any exchange that settles in Bitcoin, your account size is going up in USD value anyways. No reason to be chasing a trade, okay? And this is why I think it would be us chasing a trade if we start playing this breakout play over here. So on the 4 hour, we do have a measured move that actually lines up very well with this high over here. That's really interesting, and this is the high that only Bitstamp created, by the way. But let's go ahead, and what I want to do is let's clear everything out. I want to switch on to the daily, and I'm going to break this down with you guys. Let's go ahead and remove fresh chart, okay? Remove all drawings. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw some horizontal rays. I'm going to mark out some major candle closes. One over there, one over there. I'm going to mark out some major candle lows. This low is really important over here as well. Okay, cool. So we have that, and we have this candle close I missed. Okay, this is how simple I keep it, guys. Okay, and now we can mark out zones for me, and you can see that's exactly where Bitcoin is coming in and seeing resistance, right? So you can play support and resistance right using these very basic concepts. And if you want to kind of zoom in into these zones over here and kind of fine tune it, in fact, if you guys are on the C program and you use the techniques, the proper techniques that I taught you guys in the support and resistance module, you will get way better levels that have higher probability play. Right now, I'm not going through that process, right? You guys know how to do it, so go ahead and use it. And you can mark out proper zones. If you guys do remember, I showed you that ETH/USD, okay, the support and resistance in the support and resistance module, we use an example where I broke down proper SNR zones for you guys all the way back in September, and up to today ETH is still respecting those levels to the T. And if you played those, you would have made so much money. That's how powerful these concepts can be. If you just, and they're simple, right? They're simple. You just need to understand the underlying foundations behind it, and you're like, okay, that makes so much sense. Okay, so for now though, we're keeping it even simpler. I'm just marking it like this, and you can see that, hey, okay, cool, we're clearly sitting against resistance. What we can go ahead and do now is mark out the zone right over here, and we can go ahead and mark out the zone right over here. Okay, So on the daily time frame, I can say that, hey, until we close daily candles above this zone over here, which is 6,900-ish, I am not interested, right? I'm not interested in going long. Why would I be playing against a major daily level over here? If we close these candles over here, as you can see, we are seeing resistance there, right? The freaking Night's Watch is holding the army back. They're holding the army back. If we see the undead army break through, hey, perhaps we'll join the undead, right? We have no qualms. We just want to make money. Again, like I said, putting food on your plate and paying for the roof over your head. However, if we break underneath the zone at 6,500, maybe it's time to join Jon Snow and Co. Jon Snow and Co. I like that, right? So this is how simple it can be, and you can do it the mango way, do the stress-free way. The reason I want to show this to you guys is because recently you guys have been watching me play the low time frames, and the only reason I have been playing the low time frames is because there's so much volatility and there's so much opportunity. But that, as you guys can see, is beginning to reduce. The volatility is reducing, and this is typical, right? Again, in the trend analysis module, we talk about all these concepts, and this is when you start seeing that, you know what? This is where the market is going to make a decision. Do you want to be playing with a flip of a coin, or do you want to sit back and wait for the market to make a decision and wait for the probability of the trend to confirm itself? So on the daily time frame now, we do have a chance of breaking on to the upside and perhaps getting all the way up to 7,800, 7,900. That is a very good possibility, and if it gets there, it gets there, right? Bitcoin could get there and still create a higher low somewhere around here, and that's how we will be playing. We will be fishing for that high low, perhaps 7,200, but it could come all the way back down over here and create the high low at around 5,900, 5,800, right? The major low that we are looking for Bitcoin to defend as of today is 5,686. But hey, if it goes up, we'll be looking for something else, perhaps a retest of around 6,900, 7,000, right? But you do not need to chase price, okay? By the same regard, if we do break underneath 6,500, we'd be looking for a defense of this level over here. Perhaps, however, Bitcoin will bounce off 6,200. We'll wait and see. However, I do think the probability leans towards us getting down to 5,672-ish, right? Somewhere around the zone over here. We can go ahead and mark it. We can go ahead and mark this as well. So we have these zones over here that we could go ahead and play. The reason I mark zones is because it's easier to not get too nitpicky with your entries. You can see we are seeing that resistance right over here. Now that's the daily, right? Let's switch on over to the 2-day, see if we can have that same confluence, and you can see that, hey, these lines that we marked are lining up very well with the 2-day as well. Let's go ahead and switch on our mango ribbon, see if we have anything there. Tenkin coming in. We already got rejected on the TK cross, by the way. This is one of the plays, right? You get the TK cross, test of the TK cross, and rejection. But Bitcoin is showing some strength. We are seeing that follow through, confirming above the 2-day 10 SMA. I do like that, but 2-day 10 SMA angling towards the downside, I don't like that. We still need to see that curve up. But lots of resistance over here. Do you want to play against this? Hey, it's your call, man. I'm not here to give you guys financial advice. I'm just here to tell you guys my thoughts and ramble about complete nonsense that means probably nothing. Okay, so that's the 2-day. Now let's go on over to the 3-day, see what we have over there. And the 3-day getting rejected on the 10 SMA. As of now, we saw rejection again. Tenkin 200 MA is right over there too, guys. So keep an eye on that as well. Lots of resistance over here. Seeing on the 2-day, you're seeing it on the daily, but the daily has taken the 21 EMA over, but we're not doing it convincingly, right? We close underneath, close above, close underneath, close above, that kind of stuff. Let's go on over to the 4-day. What do we have over there? Lots of resistance there as well. So what are you guys seeing over here? Is this a high probability play on the up towards the high time frames? Perhaps not on the upside, definitely not to the upside in my opinion. The play is towards the downside until we confirm over these levels, and if we do, be like, oh, okay, cool. So now the play has changed, right? Do not get stuck in that bull bear mindset. As in, play bull and bear, but do not be a perma bull or perma bear. Be a perma, I want to make money. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go on to the weekly. The weekly does suggest a more bullish picture now. Like, you know, considering it's Friday, and I do want to turn on the 200 EMA. Turn this to nice color. So when you look at this over here, it does look pretty good. It does look pretty good. We're going to, unless something drastic happens within the next few days, right? we are going to likely close over 5,893. But then again, this is Bitcoin. We may confirm underneath it. That would be very bearish. That would be very bearish. So that's what we want to be seeing. If you guys look at this over here, right, look at this zone over here. It was when we had this major upthrust. You didn't get a chance to wait for a weekly close above here, above the 200 EMA, and then re-enter on a retest. You didn't get the chance. I'm not saying you're not going to get a retest over here, but we just had continuation onwards towards the upside right after that. So that's the FOMO picture, if you guys want it, right? But I do not suggest FOMOing into here thinking, oh my god, we don't get a chance, I'm just going to enter and then go on over to 14,000. But it does seem similar, right? Broke on over to the upside, and we're holding strong over here. Even over here, I do remember everybody was waiting for that 4,400 retest, and we didn't get it. I was fortunately already long from 3,800 because the Mango Vine and all our signals were telling us, hey, it's time to go long. Over here, we didn't get those signals. We're not just going to FOMO because, hey, it is the bottom. We did take a play from around 3,800, this time 3,700, but that was a different play. That was a completely different play. It wasn't a trend play. Over here, I'm looking for a trend play towards the downside. I'm not looking for a trend play towards the upside. There's maybe now, while the daily starts looking better and better, but for now, as long as we're underneath 6,900, I'm going to remain bearish or cautious, okay? But you guys see how my tune might be shifting. I'm cautious in this zone, more in the more neutral area because we are against that 6,900. But going back on to the daily now, if we start doing something like, we start like consolidating in this region over here, guys, and keep coming in, putting in higher lows. Actually, this is wrong. This is not what we're looking for. Delete. If we start like putting in a higher low and coming in like this, higher low, what are we doing? We'll be putting in that ascending triangle, and I alluded to this right in the beginning when we had this first dump, right? Weeks ago. No, not weeks ago. When did we have this? It feels like weeks ago. Okay, yeah, it was on the 10th, so 2 weeks ago, right? When we had this dump and we were assessing what could happen, and we said, hey, this is us just talking about what can happen, okay? Do not get bullish of this, but just keep it in mind so that you're ready for a possible break towards the upside in a few weeks, or perhaps like a couple of weeks, right? Because we're looking at, essentially this was the thesis. Let's switch on back on over to the weekly. Okay, we looked at this major dump, and this pretty much happened over months, right? This was a much bigger consolidation. We saw the major dump and we said, hey, ascending triangle between the 200 MA, 200 EMA region, and broke on over to the upside. And we're looking at this over here. Now we're looking at this on the weekly, but we shouldn't be. We should be looking at this on the 3-day or something like that, because this you looked at on the weekly, right? This was a shorter consolidation. So the question is, do we do something, let's look at it on the daily. Do we do something very, very similar where we clear everything out? Where we have a major break to the downside all the way from somewhere around here. This has kind of overextended though, and then in this triangle, okay, I think I was looking at something like this actually. I was looking at something like this, I do believe. So we have overextended already. Bitcoin is coming down now, probably give us that test of 6,760-ish. But like I said, not interested today. Need a break, man, need a break. I've traded so aggressive. I've traded so aggressively recently, man. And I haven't traded that aggressively in a while. That was last time, I think, was all the way back when we were in 3,680-ish region. That was, yeah. So for the past year, I've just been in long trend trades and just doing it the Mango way, doing it the stress-free way, because hey, that was the play to be having. Maybe we go back into that. Going back to what I was saying, I was looking for something like this. Perhaps we do something like this instead, right? Perhaps. So, oops, delete. Something like, zoom out a little bit. Apologies, guys. How do we do this? And again, this is another thing you guys should not be doing, right? Perhaps, right? So yeah, but again, take all of that just with a grain of salt. You should not be trading like that. I think some people are looking at this as a rising wedge. Now, while I do want to be bearish because hey, the trend is bearish, I do not see the upper trend line. Right? This is just forced. The lower trend line is definitely there. So if we break on to the downside, that's all you need. But the upper trend line is not there. But you don't need the upper trend line, to be honest. You do not need it. It'd be like 1, 2, 3, I guess. But do you need it? No, you don't. okay. You just have to wait for break of trend, and that's really what all of these patterns are. There is a way to visualize advanced trend analysis that people don't fully understand. But once you understand once you understand patterns and advanced trend analysis, it can be very powerful, okay. So yeah, that's the daily. We looked at the weekly as well. So now let's go ahead and look at what the momentum oscillators are saying. I do want to check this out. This is looking actually pretty strong. We do not have bearish divergence on the daily. Am I too soft? I'm sorry. We do not have bearish divergence on the daily. Let's look at the 12-hour. This is actually crossing bearish. We do not want that to happen if you want to stay bullish, okay. Right now I'm neutral, so I don't care what happens, but I'll be waiting for a trigger either way. The easier place to the downside, guys, the easier place to the downside. Yeah, everybody thinks that I'm a perma bull, okay, and you guys are seeing that now. I'm not a perma bull. I just want easy plays, and the easier play for the last year were long trades, right? It was just easier. It was a little bit difficult over here, and luckily I was on vacation on the beach during this area, and as soon as we started getting out of vacation, actually on the beach, we got that break of the ascending triangle, 4-day ascending triangle retest. It was just so easy. That was, again, easy plays, man. I just like easy trades. And recently, the easier trades were actually on the lower time frames because there's so much volatility. And now we are against the resistance. Not so easy to take a long trade. Definitely not easy. The easier plays are towards the downside. Okay, that's all I want. Easy trades, because I like my life being easy. I like my life being stress-free, especially now, by the way, with this COVID thing, with this Chinese virus thing, whatever you guys want to call it. I don't care. It's important to keep your stress low, right? I do want to let you guys know that 2 of the guys in the seed program one is confirmed with corona. We're getting that retest that we talked about in the beginning of the video. One guy got confirmed with coronavirus, and he's around my age, okay, and he's self-isolated now. And another guy who actually works in the front lines. Okay, big shout out to Tommy and Perez as well. Both of you, I hope you guys are keeping safe and stress-free. Both of these guys have already been confirmed, and they are around our age, all right? They are our age. So don't think that you guys are safe just because you are millennials, blah blah blah, because you're young. You could get it. And I think the big reason we are susceptible to it, or we are feeling the symptoms even though we are young, is because we are taking on a lot of stress. So don't take stress in this period, guys. Do it the Mango way, and please give out send out your best wishes to Tommy and Perez. I hope you guys are keeping safe, man. And yeah, just my best wishes to the 2 of you. So let's see what we have going on over here. 12 hours, what we were talking about. 12 hour 21 is coming in right over there. Kijun, 10 SMA 21. So support on the low time frames underneath at the moment. So low time frames do have support. High time frames have resistance overhead. So we're being sandwiched. We're being sandwiched. What do you guys want to do? Sometimes it's best to do nothing, right? Best to do nothing. If we break over those high levels over here, hey, you have support on the lower time frames and you have support on the high time frames. Now, isn't that an easier trade, right? So this is one of the reasons too why I decided to get out of my trade, because there's now the edge is reducing, because I feel like if Bitcoin does come down to around 6,388, 6,400, she will likely get picked up, and I was looking for more of a trend play and a further breakdown towards the downside after that. More importantly, man, I just don't feel like being in a trade right now, and that's the most important thing. If you don't feel like being in a trade, if you want to take a break, just get out. Don't force a trade. Just don't force a trade. And Bitcoin has been frustrating a lot of people over here. Again, high lows, guys, against that 21 EMA on the 4 hour. That's another sign of strength. Coming down to test that 10 SMA Tenkin, like we talked about, it's just in the beginning of the video. Now, here is the question. Here's the question, right? This is why this is one of my plays. I really like this one, because you wait for the breakout, okay? You wait for the breakout. You got the breakout, okay? Got the breakout of your ascending triangle. Now, you do come in and test those major levels right over here, okay, inside. But if you bought the retest of this horizontal over here, which is fine, usually on aggressive moves you will see a retest, bounce of the line, and back on over to the upside, meet your measured move, whatever. But often you do see the retest right over here as well, right? Now when you do get something like this, if you're wrong, if you close within the triangle, you know that you can get out with less of a loss. If you bought this and then it breaks into the inside, one, you're stressing this entire time because you're like, oh my god, I hope it bounces back up and closes above. I hope it bounces back up and closes above. And two, you're taking a deeper loss, okay? And your position size would have to be less less too compared to the position size you get over here. So this is how I get to get those big position sizes and those nicer wins, and also risk a little bit less, or far more less actually, while playing the lower time frame. So when you're playing the lower time frames, you have to be a little bit more cognizant of things like this. In fact, man, this sell-off could be aggressive enough to actually come test the bottom of the range over here and meet the 21 EMA. I don't think we get that though. I do think we get picked up, and at the very least close above the 10 SMA and the 10 kin over here. Again, I don't have any bone to pick in this fight, so I'll let Bitcoin do its thing, and I'll play the trade after one of these zones is confirmed, either to the downside or towards the upside. Okay, it'll be easier if we do break underneath the zone over here. You guys are seeing the play all the way down to the Kijun. If we break the zone over here, you guys are seeing a possible play. I think to 7,471 actually. We could get all the way up to 7,471 on the daily. What are we seeing? Kijun 7,200 would be our first resistance, so we could come close underneath the Kijun but wick to 7,400. But honestly guys, I do think eventually we will make our way to 7,800 if we close above this zone. Okay, that would be the bull scenario, and closing above there would be the next big step. However, is it done after that? No, I think we could be doing something like this, right? We could do something like that. Okay, and what does this say to the wedge narrative, right? This wedge could keep going up and up and up and up forever, and the measured move towards the downside would get higher and higher and higher and higher, if you guys know what I mean. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it guys for Bitcoin today. We covered what's important, and I don't think you guys should get too stuck on the lower time frames. Bitcoin, let's go ahead. Actually, let's look at Ethereum. I did get somebody asking about Ethereum and XTZ on the comments. I do read all the comments, guys, and I won't be covering XTZ in this video, but I will be looking at Ethereum. Let's look at Ethereum. Here we have Ethereum on BitMEX, and look at these horizontals are being respected. So yeah, if we close above this, in fact, Ethereum is kind of showing a more bearish picture compared to Bitcoin. Yeah. So if we do close above this, I do think we'll have a move all the way up to 159. However, this is looking like a rejection right here, and we may come down to test bottom of the range at 119. So Ethereum also needs to show a confirmation. But let's look at the 4 hour. What is Ethereum saying on the 4 hour? So Ethereum's major horizontal was right over here that needed to be closed, and we did not get that. So Ethereum might be the real signal, guys. Ethereum did not close the way Bitcoin did. Bitcoin gave us that candle close that the bulls would have been looking for. So this makes me wonder if Bitcoin actually does get picked up. We may actually defend those levels we just looked at on the 4 hour, but we may actually see follow through to the downside, because Ethereum is making me make me think that Bitcoin may want to go down if Ethereum has been the leading indicator. I don't know whether you guys have been following this. Has Ethereum been a leading indicator? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to know. Actually, this is really interesting. I would have thought that Ethereum would have also closed, but this sell-off over here, this sell-off is very interesting, because we took out this high over here. Okay, probably a lot of stops over here. Took out this high, this candle closes where we got the rejection, and this is looking ugly over here. So perhaps Ethereum is just weaker. Let's look at a different chart actually. Should not look at only BitMEX. Coinbase does look a lot better, but nope, this is not looking good on Ethereum, guys. Let's look at the daily. I want to see what the Mango Ribbon is saying. By the way, the second video of the Mango Ribbon video is out, where I discuss the difference between moving averages and exponential moving averages. There's a golden nugget within that video that actually discusses Bitcoin's price action. Just before we had the major pump, I basically broke down for you guys how to actually use your moving averages in less of a black and white way and a more surgical way. Okay, and we did an example of how we change things around, and we said, this might be changing the picture a little bit. And go ahead and watch the video. You guys will see. I don't want to just give it away. I shouldn't be giving those kind of things away anyways, but I did give it away in that video. Go ahead and watch it, and you guys will it'll be worth your time at the very least. You guys will see how you would have caught that big move to the upside that Bitcoin had, and you would have been prepared for it if you wanted to take the short position towards the bottom, and you guys will get an idea of how I look at things, at least a glimpse of how we look at things. Okay, so Ethereum 21 EMA right over here, resistance at 151. So another bear sign right over here that hey, Ethereum is much weaker than Bitcoin. We did not even get up to the daily 21 EMA, while Bitcoin has gotten up to the daily 21 EMA. So this kind of makes me take back what I said, because if Ethereum did get to the daily 21 EMA and then did what it just did in that losing that major horizontal on the 4 hour, while Bitcoin actually closed over the major horizontal, then I would have been like, okay, you know what, this makes me think Bitcoin is going to go down. But this entire big picture over here is showing me that Ethereum is just weaker. And if you're looking for short trades, it's better to short Ethereum, and I'll be looking to do that. Actually, I'm actually already short Ethereum, but it's not a big position at all. It is a very small long term position. So maybe I'll be looking to add to the position, maybe de-risk, or rather take smaller short trades on Bitcoin and take bigger short trades on Ethereum, because it's looking weaker. If we do break down from here, we may first come down to 121, second target 110, after that perhaps 193, after that all the way down to like 75 and 40, guys. But again, we'll be talking about that later. If you do look at this just generally though, again, what do you see over here? An ascending triangle. That if we do break on over to the upside for Ethereum, does have a measured move to the 200 moving average, 176. So confirmation over here, guys. First we'll see resistance, of course, at the daily 21 MA Tenkin. Tenkin's likely going to be coming down somewhere around there too. Eventually though, daily candle above the zone is likely going to get us, yeah, it's likely going to get us to this 170 region. I really do think so. This is a major zone. Okay, let's just keep that there. Okay, so yeah, that's the theme, guys. I don't want to spend too much time on this. We can look at the weekly quickly before we weekly doesn't tell us much. Closing above here would be good, and next target 152. Okay, so on the weekly we're looking at this. Ethereum wants to close above 131. Let's go ahead and look at Chainlink. Man, this video is long. I always try to keep these videos short. I just fail so miserably. Chainlink doing the same thing. Perhaps this week it tests 250 again. I failed to do it last week. Just going sideways, man. Angling up to the upside. 21 EMA coming down. This zone is going to be very important. $2.60. I do think we float up there, but Bitcoin looking like it's selling off right now. There you go, guys. There you freaking go. Coming down to the zone over here. Probably does get picked up over here, but the major low that Bitcoin does not want to lose is 6,447. Okay, this is the major low on the lower time frames. Bitcoin loses this, I do think my alarms are going to go off right away at 6,338. Get a little bounce on the 1 hour 200 moving average, but I still think it's simply going to range over here going into the weekend. I don't think, do we get a major break just before the weekend? Not today, man, not today. I just want to relax. Bitcoin's not going to let me relax. I should have been relaxing through this period and then come in today, be like, I'm fresh, guys, let's do it. But hey, can't time these things. No, but I am going to relax today. I don't care what happens. I'm going to commit to it to the best I can. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was educational. If you guys do like these kind of videos, let me know in the comments down below. It really goes a long way. It does motivate me to do these videos even on days that I'm taking a break. I feel good about it because I'm like, hey, you guys are actually appreciative of it. You guys are learning from it, and the only way I can know is if you guys leave a comment down below, throw the like, hit the likes a lot, and make me realize that, hey, you know what, these videos are being appreciated. So yeah, go ahead and do that, guys. It does help more than you realize. So a small gesture from you goes a long way for me and Krisha. You know, in Krisha's videos, guys, please leave comments if you guys find her videos useful. Until then, I will be seeing you in the next video. Do it the mango way, do it the stress-free way. I hope you guys enjoyed my hair. See you tomorrow.